I want to testify of the goodness of God to me. When the man of God was speaking yesterday, he told us he's writing a book with the title, How It All Started. I'm going to borrow a leaf from him and give the title, How It All Started, about my becoming a watchman. I was born into an Orthodox church. My name is Edwin Osagede Oruma, from a village called Owo, 5 minutes drive from Ughelli, Delta State. I retired in 1987 as a director of education. I was living all my life, all my working life in Benin City. And when I became the oldest man in my family, the care of the family was not my problem. But God asked me to move to the village. People are going to church and not serving God the right way. And God had earlier asked a woman in Full Gospel Businessmen Fellowship International, where I was a chapter president. A woman read a book with the title, Heaven is So Real, written by a woman living in the United States, a Korean-born woman living in the United States. After the woman read the book, the Lord told her to give it to me. I read the book, and it created a new desire for me to live a holy life. A new desire to make heaven and help people to make heaven. So, the call came that I should move to my village, and I moved. Meanwhile, the book pushed me to be looking for where holiness is taught. And eventually, myself and my wife, we arrived at Holiness Movement, Holiness Revival Movement in Abuja. And there we became members of that movement. On one occasion, the women had a program, and my wife went there. By this time, because my wife was not wearing earring, we became odd men out in our church, unwanted people. And when we told them what God said, no one believed us. And so we knew we would have to move out of that church. When my wife went for a convention in Abuja, she asked some women leaders of that Holiness Revival movement what church they would like to recommend to us. They gave her a list of 3 churches: Watchman, Catholic, Charismatic, Renewal Movement, Deeper Life. In fact, Deeper Life was the last. The other church, I've forgotten the name of the church, but Deeper Life was the 3rd. And we decided to go for the first. In the village where I'm living, there's no such church. In fact, I've never heard the name before. And we started searching, and you eventually got the church in Ughelli. And there we started worshiping there. My people, as I'm talking to you, a church building program is already going on in my village. And my coming here, this is the first time I'm coming here. God told me, you have found the right place. But I told one of my pastors this morning, this place you call a church is more than a church. It is a movement that will take the gospel to the whole world. In Jesus' name.
Hallelujah. Can I tell you something? As we return to our locations and obey the teaching of our teacher and the prophecies of the prophets, recommendations will be coming from heaven and from the earth. Men and women will be locating our churches without we knowing them beforehand. God will be speaking to people in their dreams. Angels will be appearing to people, saying to them, if you want to go to heaven, go to the Watchman. And they'll be displaying the address of your fellowship. This is what will be. Just let us go to do what we have been told to do, and we will see what God will do.